Hello, hello. This is the 37th Test from the Future, an experimental podcast from the year 2221, which we are trying to send back in time as far as possible. My name is Dirk.
And my name is Simon.
And we're putting the past in podcast. So Simon, happy Solstice.
Happy Solstice, Dirk.
So it's a special episode today. We're celebrating a special day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 2 times a year. Depends on your perspective, but basically present giving time.
Yeah, exactly.
Or present receiving time.
I don't even know what solstice stands for, to be honest.
No.
But I know it's celebrated on the longest and shortest days of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and all over the world, and obviously depending where you are in the world. Like for us, it's winter time. In the southern hemisphere, it's going to be summertime. But because it's twice a year, you get to have a nice big holiday, both in the summer and in the winter.
I find it interesting that the people on the equator, they're also celebrating it, although for them...
it's basically the same, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a global celebration. Sure. I like that.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, I don't know where solstice comes from or what it stands for, but I like it that it's celebrated on the winter, the midwinter day for us. Mm-hmm. But I know a lot of people that celebrate the midwinter and midsummer then at the same time. So they celebrate solstice in our hemisphere, shortest day, mm-hmm. and then they teleport basically to, for example,
to be with their family or
Patagonia
friends,
or whatever,
else, yeah.
and then celebrate the summer one there at the same day.
Makes sense.
I think, to be honest, it's
a bit over the top, but if you want to get both of them at the same time.
But that's what I like with tradition. I think everybody has their own tradition.
Yeah.
And maybe there are just some families that
we've always done it that way.
Yeah, twice a year they always celebrate it in both hemispheres. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think there are even there's a lot of money being made with these big parties. Solstice parties. Mm-hmm. You have the, for example, the Sydney Amsterdam one. That's the one that everybody also watches when you're not there. That's the big one.
Sure.
So you celebrate solstice in Sydney and Amsterdam twice a year in 2 cities. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah. Sure, it's how like at that time in Amsterdam, for example, they do a lot of business, the restaurants and so on.
I can imagine. I've never actually done both. Mm-hmm. I've tried it, I think, at least 3 times. But I never actually go to the second one.
Okay.
I've never tried the Amsterdam-Sydney one, but there's a lot of different ones. For example, I did Lübeck-Rio. Mm-hmm. So you start in Lübeck, and then you go to Rio. You have the winter and the summer. But Lübeck is so nice that I never actually... I was like, okay, we're supposed to go to Rio now, but who cares?
Yeah. I guess it makes more sense. Say you do live somewhere on the equator. You don't want to stick around on the equator. You want to experience the different weather, maybe. But again, why? So that makes sense. Sure, you could do one in the winter, one in the summer. Or maybe you always like winters, you always like summers.
True.
I'm not sure. For me, it would be more like if there were 2 parties going on and I wanted to go to both at the same time. Well, okay, I may as well. For people I wanted to see, family, friends, whatever.
It's basically going to another room, but just that room just happened to be on the other.
In terms of organisation, for me, it's the thing where you go from somewhere that's really, you're inside, like it's winter outside, so you're all cozy and warm inside, there's a fire going, you've got a woolly jumper on, and then you go somewhere else and it's a hot, sunny day at the beach, and then, you've got to change, of course. And changing clothes isn't the issue, but getting my head wrapped around that, feels a bit funny sometimes.
Yeah. I think the challenge is also that it's a massive energy waster.
And all at the same time.
Yeah. Although
billions of people at the same
energy
time.
is not so much of an issue anymore, I know, but
sure.
At least that was the case.
More an infrastructure. Like the energy itself isn't the issue, but getting the energy to the right places all at once.
That was the case. I was once in Ursk for solstice. Solstice, sorry.
Solstice, yeah.
And
it sounds, we haven't been able to work out the true origin of the word, but at least the 2 separate words, yeah? Souls and ice. So maybe something with freezing cold souls, like if it's a winter.
But soul, isn't that an old-fashioned way of saying sun?
I did not know that. I thought it was like the bottom of your feet.
See, so that's where the name comes from, I'm sure. Because
salty feet?
Salty feet. No, but you celebrate in the mid of the winter and in the mid of the summer. So something with sun and something with ice.
Yeah. Sure, yeah, like an ice cream.
So that's why it's called solstice. Okay.
does follow.
Wow. I actually didn't know that, but we figured that out during the podcast.
Yep.
Cool.
And we are accurate as far as you in the past know.
Yeah, we all learned something together. No, but at least the one time I celebrated in Ursk, that was actually with my family, with my parents. We actually wanted to go to Georgetown for the second stop, but there was too much teleporter traffic. Which is
couldn't get a slot.
No, I mean, like they didn't have a lot. But like coming in wasn't a problem because everybody was coming around at the same time. But everybody at the different times. But everybody wanted to go to Georgetown at the same time.
Right.
And they just like there was a queue and just nobody was getting out. Sure. Which is constantly, the network being occupied or
jammed up.
Yeah, I mean, Ursk isn't known for having the biggest bandwidth, but anyway, so we just stayed there.
Sure.
Yeah, it was pretty cold though.
Cold.
Cold.
Yeah,
Ursk. I mean, midwinter. That was a midwinter one. But did you get any presents?
I did. I got. It was a secret. Like I don't know who gave it to me.
Okay.
A secret Santa thing. But I got a 1-year subscription to like the most deluxe, tricked out cyborg chip plan available.
Really?
Which is something I've never even considered getting for myself. I've never had before.
Nice.
So it's pretty interesting.
Have you already installed it?
Not yet. I was going to wait till, because it's a 1-year thing, and it's a bit weird. Like if I get it now, it will end the beginning of December next year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wait till the 1st of January.
Okay.
Get the full value from it. But
do you already know what you're going to get?
The sky's the limit. Like I've had a cyborg chip. We mentioned it last time. Like I've had it for 83 years now. But I've always used it for, maintaining my health, keeping my hair short, my nails, trimmed, my pelt glossy, that kind of thing.
Nice.
But I've not I've never really experimented with the superficial or decorative aspect. So, for example, now if I want, I could give myself a beak, give myself some extra arms.
Okay.
All kinds of stuff. I need to look into it, but there's all kinds of possibilities.
Maybe we can do an episode about it.
I think so, yeah. Especially, and also we can do follow up on what I myself choose, but also just about those things in general.
Yeah, that sounds like, actually, I'm not sure if they had that 200 years ago.
I can't imagine. It's too fancy. What about yourself? Did you get
so you joined the Secret Santa?
Yeah.
I'm to be honest, I wanted to. I usually do, but this year I didn't get around to it.
Okay.
I was pretty busy at the UFO pool, and then I just at one point in time was...
You've taken part in it before, though? The Secret Santa?
Often, actually. Yeah. And actually I meant to, and then it used to be that you could even sign up the day before. But now,
but now you need to give more notice, like you sign up in advance. Okay, I have a standing thing, just every year. Like I don't. It makes sense, of course. If you don't know, you'll be able to. It makes sense to not have that. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to every year. So I have a standing subscription to it.
I didn't know you could do that. I will do that next time.
Yeah.
No, but I was visited. Like I got random visitor.
Okay.
Yeah, and
like in your house.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Exactly. But. Not through the teleporter.
Okay.
So it wasn't one of those...
mistakes.
Yeah, or... there's a lot of people that just go randomly teleport all over the place, giving people random presents.
Sure, yeah.
What's the guy's name?
Cantor laws?
I think we're talking about the same guy.
Okay.
That's the billionaire that just dresses up like the guy with the red clothes and then...
Yeah. And the big bushy beard and...
Santa Claus, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And he has enough money too, so he just twice a year seems to teleport around the world giving loads of people presents.
Yeah, but it wasn't him, because the one I got actually flew by.
Okay, outside.
Yeah,
like in the sky, for real.
Yeah, flying shed with reindeers.
Shed?
Sleigh.
Yeah.
Flying sleigh.
Sheds would give you more space to store the presents, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, he probably has a flying shed somewhere as well. No, it's like, it was basically just a car, but then, it was dressed up like a sleigh, one of those sleighs. And then it actually had reindeers on it.
Could you tell, like living, real reindeers or robot reindeers? Or
no, real ones.
Wow.
Of course, they weren't actually pulling the sleigh,
sure.
because they can't really fly, but they had it basically that they were standing on top of it, so it kind of looked like they were pulling it. But
were they on a treadmill, so they were running on the spot, like a flying treadmill?
No, they weren't actually.
Okay, so standing around.
Now it sounds pretty lame if you can put it like.
I mean,
I thought it was.
I think from far away it would look amazing, yeah. But I guess just if you were up close, you.
I mean, there were a lot of bells and so on, so it did look actually pretty cool. Like, I didn't even know it was coming from me. It was just making a lot of noise, and then it was basically passing by the window and then handing me a present, and then one of the apartment blocks across the village, you could see them. In the living.
So it just like came to your window and stopped, and you opened the window. And hey, nice.
Exactly. And I got a ring, a new lens ring.
Ah, okay.
To the listeners, I'm holding it up to the.
Yeah, it looks nice.
And it's way smoother, so I can. It's mostly the scrolling.
Yeah.
Because the old one, I could.
Is it like notched? Like you would scroll.
Exactly. Exactly. It would really stutter down, like if I would scroll. I mean, the clicking was still fine, but the scrolling with my old ring. So,
but for reading text and looking at long images, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and exactly. And it was on my universal list, so it's not like a secret, but I didn't honestly expect it.
Sure. So a nice surprise.
Yeah, it was really nice, and especially because I realized, oh shit, I didn't sign up for the Secret Santa.
Right. Then you might not have got something, at least not random. Yeah,
exactly. It's probably a good thing because I wouldn't have time to get something really nice anyway. So.
I mean, but that's the advantage of, like you were saying, how you have this standing list of things you might want. Mm-hmm. When you do sign up for the Secret Santa, it's up to you how you do it. Yeah, like you can really take time and like look up, not necessarily the person you've assigned. You can find out at least wherever they are in the world. What would be nice for someone in that part of the world to get as a present.
Yeah.
Just to be the most general stuff, like don't get someone living in the tropics, don't get them a big woolly jumper and woolly hat and so on, stuff like that. But of course, if you want, if you're lucky, if it's the chance that you even know the person, hey, it's the whole world, or at least all the people in the world can sign up to it. So it's unlikely you'll get someone but maybe you do. And then of course you can get something more personal for them. But my point was, even if it's at the last minute, you can look up their public list of things they want, choose one of the items, and just have it teleported directly to their house. Yeah. And if it's something they really want, it will still be a happy surprise.
Okay. Yeah. But I'll have to remember to sign up for standing subscription. Mm-hmm. So are you planning to go anywhere after we record?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Gonna hang out here.
I was gonna check out Anchorage.
Anchorage in America?
Yeah, the one in Alaska.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be really big this year.
What's going on there?
They have a massive pine tree.
Organic or enhanced?
I think it was initially organic, but of course massively enhanced. And they had have it completely covered in artificial snow.
Okay.
And
the snow grows out of the leaves?
I don't know how they produced it, but they covered it, and you can climb it.
Ooh.
So there's like a wooden staircase wrapped around. You can and the parties basically on the branches. Mm. So it's where you can.
Oh, really enhanced? Yeah, I see what you mean. Not just a big tree, but that the branches are scaled up that people can have parties on.
Yeah, and there's 3 floors that have teleporters. Yeah. So and then you basically teleport somewhere, and then you basically explore the tree, and there's parties everywhere. And because of the branch system, it's pretty isolated. So you basically enter a branch, and then there's the parties going on there. But
inside the branch.
Well, no, on top.
On top, yeah.
But they have it fractured so that it works really nice.
Yeah.
Apparently, I mean I've just been.
You've not been before, yeah?
No. It's new apparently.
I see.
So I mean, they've always had a party, but the tree is new.
Yeah. Can you so let me know obviously how it went next time, but also if they have any enhanced quibbles, like if the whole tree's scaled up, and not just squirrels, but like animals, that would normally live on such a tree. Have they also been scaled up? Like maybe they're the hosts of the party, for example.
That could be interesting.
Yeah. Or waiters who are the little bugs, the beetles that crawl around them. Maybe they're crawling around, but they're the size of tables and they have drinks on their backs. Stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, but they had that in Tampa a few years ago. And then that went way out of control.
The beetles or?
No, that were they moose? had like massive moors.
Tampa?
Was it in Tampa?
Tampa, Florida?
No, in Finland.
I don't know that. So if they have moose there, sure, maybe.
Huh. No, maybe I'm mixing things up. We will research, and if it's actually true, we will.
I mean, either way, you'll go to the party, and
yeah. I mean, to Anchorage, I definitely will.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check. Did we have anything we wanted to talk about?
Were there any questions or?
All right. We forgot user emails. We did get one
from Sally or
no? From someone called Malinka.
Okay.
Let me go. She asks a question. La la la. Love you. La la la. Okay. Yeah. In your last episode, you referred to alien technology. Do you really mean technology from other planets? Cheers, Malinka.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess long ago, before people knew about life on other planets, they used alien to just mean from somewhere else, like from somewhere else on Earth.
Yeah.
But we don't use it that way anymore, because why would we?
Yeah. But then, if that's news, then we could talk about it in one of our episodes, because we have actually alien technology.
Right, you even... Yeah, we do. And
yeah.
Sure, we can talk about that more in the future.
That's a good thing. We'll put it on our list of things to talk about in the new year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For now, I would say let us know if you're hearing this.
Yeah, please send an email to michaellasagna5@gmail.com with and in the subject put the number 37 so that we know you heard it here.
All right. Then I would say thanks for listening and see you in 200 years.
Bye-bye.